Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first
Now
down.
we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play, and he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a Cowboy.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The give is to Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. JoJo Natson back deep. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 26.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
16 yards.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
There's Jarvis Landry with the nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. from the left hash. This from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Browns 3, Cowboys 0.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And the Dallas Cowboys, Charles, boy, they have been nothing if not entertaining in 2020. Some wild games early. Another one in Week 3 at Seattle. The bottom line, they fall to 1-2 on the year after a 38-31 defeat at the hands of the Seahawks. But Dak Prescott continues to throw the ball all over the yard. Make it 922 yards passing in the last 2 weeks. The 450 against the Falcons in that come-from-behind win. He threw another 472 against the Seahawks. Just the second guy to throw for over 450 in back-to-back games. The other was Jameis Winston.
And can you believe he's putting up those kind of numbers? Because don't we think of Dallas as being led by Ezekiel Elliott in the running game? They've struggled to have consistency there, and the offensive line is not what it was a couple of seasons ago. They've got some guys filling in for some injured players right now. So Dak, they're relying on his right arm. Fortunately for the Cowboys, this schedule that's been kind of wild in the beginning, it settles down a little bit. 3 home games coming up to start the month of October. Cleveland, the Giants, and Arizona. They've got a chance to get right in those 3 games.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Cooper's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
But it's
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
at their own 20.
The Cleveland Browns getting the football back, and CD, the Browns are over 500, 2-1 on the season, the first time since 2014 that they have been over the 500 mark. Hard to believe, and that includes just being 1-0 because that hasn't happened yet. But now with the wins in weeks 2 and 3, they are there.
And how about this team? Baker Mayfield, he and his team had a rough opener against Baltimore. They got beat 38-6. Well, he's bounced back well. He had 2 touchdown passes in this game. Nick Chubb added 2 on the ground. Kareem Hunt's running the football. Kind of reminds you a little bit of that great 80s duo in Ernest Biner and Kevin Mack in the backfield. Can they recreate that? They're doing their best to do that. The defense, 5 takeaways against Washington. Picked up Dwayne Haskins 3 times. I think it's a good roster. Even though I saw them in the opener against Baltimore, I still thought it was a good roster. Baltimore's just awfully good, as we well know. Now they got 3 really tough games coming up. At Dallas, who needs the win in a big way. Home against Indy, who seems to have righted their ship. And then they're at Pittsburgh, who is currently undefeated.
That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 30.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
First, CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
Complete to Blake Johnson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete here.
Prescott.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And an incomplete pass.
Prescott.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Mayfield took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 38-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Why are we doing this?
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version
of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own 23-yard.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL. And no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, though, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're two good teams. Two 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now, and it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh at Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday. New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
The tight end, the ball carrier, fumbled on the play. Recovered.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding offense.
You gotta be kidding me.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Complete to
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Mayfield. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Neville Gallimore drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Prescott from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Natson. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Nick Chubb, the Browns.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Trying to improvise. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, this to Jarwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Previous play is under review.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Elliott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield and the Browns. Down by 11, a minute 39 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins.
Mayfield's pass.
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
They ain't on our side.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield with it once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, fighting through. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.